Hello everybody and welcome to another LEC interview here with Mikyx, support for G2 Esports, who has just secured the crown of the regular season after winning against SK Gaming. First of all, congratulations Mickey, and how are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was actually not expecting the interview, so quite happy to be speaking to you. And this has been a crazy super week overall, even if the ending was a bit anticlimactic. But may you provide us with a bit of context on the Veigar pick against Mad Lions? Because I know that you have been playing it on stream, but I'm also interested in the composition that you have been playing so far, which seems to be a bit harder to execute with picks like Jace, Rumble, and so on.
So yeah, I think the first day we played against Excel, we kind of messed up in draft. Weren't really sure what we wanted to do 4-5. I think it was kind of hard when we left Sion and then they picked it, and then we had Jin against Sion, which is like
Yeah.
not the greatest. And then yeah, we had to salvage it with the Jace pick to actually at least have some damage to kill the Scion. Roman pick we didn't really practice much either, but yeah, I mean overall this whole week we didn't really practice much with Reckless because he had his tooth surgery. So I guess we played with Pinoy a bit,
Mhm.
and we was trying out a lot of stuff. Didn't try the Veigar though. So I tried Veigar against Mad Lions because I played it the day before in solo queue, and I thought it would be pretty OP. Because with Cosmic Drive you get like so much CDR that your cage is like on a 6-second cooldown, and then it lasts for 3 seconds and stuns for 2.5. So I was like, wow, that's broken. But in solo queue it looked a bit better than on stage, and yeah, uh, I mean we didn't really have the best champs to play with Veigar. Like even if I caged someone, it was hard for Kaisa, Rex, or Sion to follow up. It was kind of just like Syndra throwing their spells at them. But I think it was good against most of the champions except maybe Zaya. But I think everyone else had like a bit of a struggle playing against the Veigar cage. So I think it's definitely a pick with potential, but maybe not the best game to bring it out.
Something that maybe teams need to be wary in the playoffs. But now that the split has ended, how would you rate the level of the LEC during this split compared to the previous one? Do you think that it has improved? Maybe it was worse. What's your opinion?
I mean, I feel like teams improved. At least like I think Rogue got better. I
Mhm.
think we got better. I think I'm not sure about Fnatic. They're just different. I think most of the teams honestly got better. But then again, just maybe it's also just meta dependent. Like maybe some teams play better and found out like OP champions earlier than other teams. For example, I think Schalke was a team that played like TF, Kaisa, Rel, Udyr like a lot earlier than other teams. So this champion was considered like pretty strong after a while, but some teams needed time to catch up, including us. Um, so yeah, I think a lot of teams are just good at figuring out stuff fast, and overall they're just better at closing out games when getting leads. So yeah, I think overall it's better.
And for teams like G2 Esports who have won it all in Europe, the regular seasons are sometimes a bit boring, and we've seen Raps and other members of the team saying that you made the splits like a challenge for yourselves in the past, maybe with the role swaps and everything. But have you noticed a difference in the motivation the team has after Reckless arrival? Have you approached the split in a different way?
I mean, we for sure talked about it, and we said that we should probably get some wins early on the board and just like try really hard at the start of the split, and then after we're like far ahead, we can start slowing down a little bit and then ramp up for playoffs again. Because last year, both us and Fnatic were in a situation where we almost missed playoffs. So it's like scary if you don't start off really well. So we're just focusing on that mostly, and I think it went pretty well. I think yeah, now that we have playoffs time, it's gonna some time to ramp up again, and yeah, win it.
Yeah, and as the first seed, you have the right to pick between the third and the fourth seed. And I think we don't know them yet because Fnatic and Rogue are actually playing right now. But who would you like to face in the first round of the playoffs?
Um, I don't really mind. When we talked about it, I kind of said I'm kind of indifferent. Like I wouldn't mind playing all the teams. I think Madlands would be nice to pick because I think, well, we picked them last time and then we lost to them, so it'd be nice to pick them again and this time win. Schalke is probably the weakest out of the three, and they probably play worse offline, so they'd also like potential to pick them. And Fnatic was like, yeah, kind of a rival, and they're not looking that great right now. So maybe they don't even make it to the finals if we don't pick them. So like maybe we pick them just so we can face them once, and then they get eliminated by Rogue or something. But yeah, I don't really mind.
Yeah, and I would like to ask you about Trimby, since he's the only rookie besides Streets, which isn't really a rookie in my opinion, that we've had this split in the support position, and he's played many champions, and some people consider him a candidate for the rookie of the split. So, what's your opinion on him and his growth throughout the spring split? Sorry.
So I think he actually plays much better in scrims than he does on stage. I think on stage he had a lot of games where he just like mercilessly ran it down. Compared to scrims at least. I think he just, I don't know, maybe he gets nervous, and I'm not sure how that will translate when we play on actual stage in Berlin. It could actually be harder for him, but I think overall he's playing fine. But I think he has a really strong teammates around him, and I think if he can like translate his scrim play better, then I think he's gonna be a really good player.
Mhm. And we are expected to have MSI in Iceland, and I think that everyone believes that you're the favorites to make it. But I don't know if you have followed the other regions closely, but in the same way that last year, for example, JD Gaming or Cloud9 were perceived as strong teams for the tournament, are there any teams or support players that you've been looking for during this split that have caught your attention?
From other regions, I guess Damwon, FPX, and Cloud9 are the three teams I would want to play against if they all make it to MSI, and we as well, because we have some history with all of these teams. So yeah, they're the ones.
But is there any support in particular that you've seen that is performing really well? Because of course Chris is been playing well, and many others. But is there anyone in particular that you are looking for to play against?
Um, Probably Crisp. I think Crisp is probably the only player that I've played against on stage that was just a lot better. That when I played against FPX, I think he was like a lot better. I think Beryl is also a really good player. I don't think he was that much better than me, so I don't really have yeah that high expectations of him going into like if you play them again. But yeah, I sure want to play Crisp again.
And do you consider yourself the best support in the West, or do you believe that is there anyone that could threaten your throne anytime soon?
Um, I mean, I would probably say Hillesang, despite him having a lot of games. I think when he does play well, he plays really well. And yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm doing that much like good stuff myself to be considered the best. I mean, I'm just consistent and I have a good team around me. So whenever your team wins, the support usually looks good unless he's like running it down. So yeah, I can't say. Maybe if I was like not winning as much and playing well, then I could maybe say it, But yeah.
I would say that you are selling yourself a bit short because everyone believes that you are making a huge impact in the mid lane with your roams and everything. But yeah,
Oh,
that's your
oh.
take.
That's just enemy mid laners not having a minimap. That's not on me. That's on them
Well,
being bad.
okay, so that's a fun for them. And of course, last year, I think G2 Esports and the Western teams overall struggled a bit to adapt to the jungle meta, for example, from the East. And I haven't been able to keep up with all the regions that closely this split. But have you noticed any big differences between the meta that we have here in Europe and the ones from, for example, the LCK or the LPL?
Mm, I don't think it's that big of a difference. I think there's just like maybe a few champions that they play that are different than the amount we play, which we also are trying to pick up. Like I think people played Hecarim a bit earlier than us. I think that was also yeah. I think most of the teams just look at the top teams from LCK LPL, try to copy what they're doing. I don't think it's like that much different from EU right now because I think last year was like a big difference. We were playing like only tank junglers all the time. They're playing only carry junglers all the time. So then it was hard to know what was better, and then we realized it was their start was probably better, so we tried to pick it up, and it was like a bit late. But I think right now it's not big of a difference except like a few champions in each role. But yeah, that's kind of it.
And are you expecting big changes to the support meta for the players patch? Because I think that I've only seen a buff to Surelia and Pike, but besides that, there isn't any changes for the support roles. Are you expecting any indirect changes, maybe due to other nerfs or buffs?
Yeah, not really. I think it's probably gonna be same as now. Rail's gonna be OP. Alistar's gonna be good, big trash. My Veigar's still gonna be broken. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I wish they would do something. I think I saw on PBE some change with the range supports that they would have like longer range for putting the wards down. Like that would be something interesting. But I guess I don't want to change too much when players is around. So maybe I have to wait after that, after MSI.
Yeah, I
But
saw that as well, and I think that they reverted it because many people were complaining about it, but it was definitely interesting. And focusing a bit outside of League, I know that you play Mortal Kombat and you watch a lot of anime. I think that you're watching Naruto with the boys in G2, and I've been watching Shippuden myself. So I was dying to ask you to compare every member of G2, at least the 5 guys in the lineup and grabs, with a Naruto character, but please with no spoilers. If you could just explain why, for example, Naruto is very goofy and happy and that stuff, but no spoilers, please.
Okay. So I guess I would put Caps as Naruto. He's like kind of the main character. He's very goofy, a bit stupid sometimes, but usually he's like very broken. Then okay, so Yanko is a big Sasuke fan, and whenever we watch, he was like, "Oh my god, it's Sasuke!" And then me and Caps always flame him because Sasuke. We don't like Sasuke. He's like his decision making is a bit bad. So I would say Sasuke is Yanko's because his decision making is also bad, but he's playing an OP role, so he looks OP, you know. But yeah, and then I would put myself as Shikamaru because he's very smart and very lazy. I think that would be me. I think Reckless would be maybe Kakashi. Yeah, just like Kakashi's pretty strong. He's pretty smart. He's kind of well-rounded character, I guess.
Goes by the rules.
Reckless. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then Wunder. That's a tough one. I didn't really think about Wunder too much for anime comparisons because he doesn't like anime. But I think if I would have to pick a character right now, I would give him actually. I don't know, it's too hard. You can give me a recommendation. I want to say Choji, but
I actually posted this because I think that I wasn't getting the interview, and people said that he was actually Shikamaru because he's lazy with the World of Warcraft memes and everything, and also like a smart player. But yeah, it's also.
Okay, then,
and I actually
don't know what that would be then.
I actually thought that you were going to say that Reckless is Sasuke because he's like the edgy boy with the tattoos and everything. But yeah,
actually, could I mean yeah maybe. I can see some comparisons, but like now Yankos is like such a big Sasuke fan, so actually wait. Okay, so Wunder Kimi Shikamaru, I'll be Itachi. I'm like the cool guy, the mastermind behind the scenes. Actually, no spoilers.
no, that's fine. Itachi. That's fine. And who will be Grabs?
Grabs, Choji. I don't know. He's Sakura actually. Grabs the Sakura. He's useless. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, I'll just give him Choji.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think that will be all from my side. So thank you very much, of course, to G2 Esports for facilitating the interview, and to you, of course, for being so kind to give it. So yeah, thank you very much, and best of luck during the playoffs.
Thank you.
And of course, remember to follow him on Twitter and the other socials. You have his handle over there. And if you like the interview, remember to subscribe, to drop a comment, or everything that helps the content is really appreciated. So thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic week. Bye.
Bye.
De estar escuchando este mensaje significa que te has visto todo el vídeo, así que te lo agradezco una barbaridad por apoyar el contenido, y si quieres seguir apoyándolo puedes hacerlo suscribiéndote, que te va a salir por aquí un iconito para que lo hagas, y si quieres ver más vídeos de este tipo porque te han gustado, más sea dejar el like, la campanita además que siempre ayuda, tienes aquí un par más para que puedas seguir viéndolo. Nada más, espero te haya gustado y nos vemos en otra ocasión.